everyone, my name is Orshi, aka Rocky, and welcome to Phoenix Vocal Studio. If you are a singer or speaker or someone who needs to use their voice or wants to change the sound, then this video is very useful for you because I'm going to talk about sound. How to change your sound, or how to sound naturally, how to talk naturally, or how to look naturally in front of the camera. So today, so many things actually are sold by using the camera and talking to the camera. I tell you the number one mistake. When you do these videos, you are looking at yourself. And when you're looking at yourself, you're not looking into my eyes, the audience eyes. When I do videos, either I use the back camera, or when I actually looking at the front, I'm looking actually into the camera. Because when you're looking at yourself, that's what you do. Always, I see girls doing this, doing the hair, and they are not looking at me. And when I see that, I'm like, okay, who the hell he's looking at? Or who the hell she is looking at? If you talk to me, then look into my eyes. So that's number one. Learn to look into the camera and not looking at yourself. Number two is basically that we don't sound natural many times. So obviously, if you look at yourself, you cannot sound natural because you're talking to yourself. It's simply imagine that you talk to somebody. So when I talk to somebody, I'm not like, hi, good morning, how are you today? I am here today to tell you this and this and this. No, if you want to, for example, talk to a person, look, I have to tell you something. You have no idea what I found. Hey, how you doing? Cool, good, thanks, I'm great, very well. And obviously you're not always looking at the person. Sometimes when you tell a story, and you know what happened? You're not gonna believe. So I was standing in front of the house, so you are using the hands, you are using gesture, you are telling a story, you are picturing the story, and it will help to that person to kind of relate with you and pick up the vibe, pick up the energy. Number three is the sound and the tone. Because if you are not natural, the tone is different. It depends what you talk about. So for example, if you tell a story, like you're telling what happened to you, you are more like, you can play, for example, the dynamic. You can play like, go a little bit, quietly. You can go a little bit louder, like, oh my God, you're not gonna believe this. But you know what? I'm not sure. Talk like an actual person. Imagine that someone is there. Because when you do that, you are in the flow. You are telling the story. You're not thinking like points. Okay, what else I want to talk about? Yes, yeah. When you tell a story, you're picturing the story, what happened to you. You visualize. You not even look always into the other person's eyes. Like for example, on Sunday, I went to Margaret Island with my car, and I accidentally crashed the car. Oh my God! Well, I didn't crash. It slightly crashed the car. And you see, I'm using my hands, I'm using my face, I'm using my gesture, and I was looking somewhere else. So I literally see the car and me, what I'm doing. So it's very, very different when you, for example, telling a story. It's different when you are like thinking about something. It's like, what do you like? Talk about what you love. Talk about something sexy. So even this, you see, if I said like, love, or sexy, three different things, and all the three things made me or moved me in a different way. My tone changed when I said, let's talk about something sexy. Let's talk about something I love. It's completely different. Or let's talk about something I like, or what you like. Very, very different dynamic. Number four, don't write down sentences like what you want to talk about, because in this case you're gonna remember, you'll try to remember. If you forget, you're gonna be like, oh yeah, there you go. No, write down key points. Key points. In this case, you're gonna be in the flow. If you see the point like introduction. Okay, introduction, like as I started. Hi everyone, my name is Orshi, aka Rocky, and welcome to Phoenix Vocal Studio. That's it. Next, I don't know. Next topic is sound. Today I'm going to talk about how to change your sound, how to sound naturally. So it's gonna be more in the flow. Number five, here comes the emotions. Have you ever watched a movie before? Yes. The answer is yes. What's happening when you watch, for example, a romantic movie or something very emotional happens in a movie? We start to cry because we relate. That person, the actor or the actress, touches me here. And that's how you can connect with your audience. Emotions. Could be anything. Could be funny, could be sad, could be heartbreaking. But when you are telling a story, try to say a real story, because when you are lying, that coming through, Anyway, it will come through and you're gonna be a phony. But when you are honest and when you tell a story, what happened to you, people's gonna be like, oh my God. And that's actually happened when once I went to a conference, and one of the person or speaker talked about a very personal, emotional story about his children. And I was in the same situation what he was, and I started to cry, or I got in tears, because I immediately related the story. And obviously what happened, I wanted to actually work with that person because I knew that we can relate with each other, and that's very important. If you want to, touch the audience, that's very important that they need to relate with you. Obviously there are people who can't relate with you, but that happens, and there are people who can relate with you. But it's always the most important thing is be honest. Be honest. That's gonna give you credibility. So, as you can see, when I was talking about that, I changed my sound. I became much lighter, softer, and emotional. That's very, very important. So you need to be honest when you want to sell something. If you feel like, for example, I don't know what I said, but let's talk about selling something, because obviously when you do use a camera, or when you need to present something, you do a presentation or speaking, you obviously try to sell something. If you want to be successful, choose something that you can relate with. You need to be passionate about what you want to sell. Like, for example, I am passionate about singing, I'm passionate about music, I'm passionate about life, everything. And in that case, you can sell everything if you are passionate about it. For example, let's say my dad is a gardener, and he is crazy about the grass, the green grass, like, yeah, whatever, okay. But when he talks about grass, he's like, look at that color, it's green, and it's so soft and so thick. And I already have goosebumps even if I just, listen this or just talk about this, because when he talks about grass so passionately, oh my God, I haven't even thought about that. The grass is so nice and cool and thick, and yeah, actually that's nice. And that's it. When you talk about something with passion, people are going to pick up your vibe, and they're like, oh my God, I want this, I want that grass in my garden. And that's the point, that's the important thing. Whatever, you can actually talk about an MP3 player, like this is something, or you can talk about a metronome. What it is, a metronome. The most annoying thing I ever seen and heard, but it's very useful for drummers, or even someone who, like me, who has issues with the tempo. Pum 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 pum. Much better, isn't it? If you can talk with passion, your vibe, your energy, your gesture, your movement changes immediately, and you can see the audience gonna be like that. I swear that's going to happen, because when you see someone talk about passion or talk with passion, whatever he can talk about a fork and knife. When I actually use that knife and it goes into, it slices into that chocolate cake, and I can feel how it goes in that, and it's coming out and in and out and in, and then I can pick up that beautiful, perfect chocolate cake. You see, it's all about just a chocolate cake and a knife, nothing else. I can assure that you are like, what the hell is going on with this girl? But I don't know, but I want to work with you. At least that's what I think. When you talk about something with passion, you can sell anything. That's the key. That's the main key. Everything changes around you when you do something with passion. If you love it, and if you can talk about it, you can present it with passion and emotions, you win. That's it. And people can relate with you immediately. So if you think that this is something that you need some help with, you can find my website below the video, and then you can book a consultation with me, absolutely free of charge, and we can talk about how you can change your sound, how you can work on your sound, how you can project your voice even loud and powerful without losing the voice, because that's another thing. So yes, I really hope that video helped you and gave you some kind of understanding about what you can do with your voice. Thank you very much, and see you soon.